From the very first day Pastor Madhu stepped into Oakmere village, strange things began to happen. The river beside the village started rising higher every evening, as if greeting him. The wind always blew softly in his direction whenever he walked to church. The old women who sold vegetables in the market swore that whenever he passed by, their goods sold out fast as blessings followed him. Everyone believed Pastor Madhu carried a special anointing, the type only given to chosen people. But I was there the day something happened that made me realize his story was not like others. It was the day a mysterious woman walked into the village with bare feet, dripping water, and staring at Pastor Madhu as if she knew him from somewhere. That day was the beginning of the story many adults still whisper about and many children still find unbelievable. Pastor Madhu was loved by everyone because he was humble, patient, and strong in his faith. He was young, handsome, and full of wisdom beyond his age. His sermons inspired even the stubborn youths who normally slept during church service. He had a special gift: whenever he prayed for sick people, they recovered. Whenever he spoke encouraging words to people losing hope, they found courage again. The villagers said God sent him to bring light into a place that had suffered for many generations. But the pastor carried a secret in his heart, a secret he never discussed with anyone. Every night when the moon was full, he dreamed of a woman sitting on a rock near a waterfall, singing a song he knew but had never learned. Her voice was soft, sweet, and powerful. Each time he woke up from the dream, he felt water on his feet as if he had walked through the river in his sleep. He always prayed for the dreams to stop, but they continued for years. One afternoon, the mysterious woman finally appeared in real life. She came into the village wearing a long blue cloth wrapped around her chest, and her hair was long and shiny like fresh palm oil. When she walked, water dripped behind her, but her body was dry. No one knew where she came from, yet she behaved like she had been there before. Children stopped playing to stare at her. Adults lowered their voices when she passed. Even the animals lifted their heads to look at her. Without asking anyone for direction, she walked straight toward the church. Pastor Madhu was praying inside when she entered quietly, stood behind him, and whispered, "You finally came." Pastor Madhu froze. His heart began to beat fast. He turned around slowly and saw the same woman from his dream standing before him. The same beauty. The same glow. The same calm eyes. At first, he thought he was still dreaming. But when she touched his hand, he felt the warmth and life of her palm. "Who are you?" he asked with a trembling voice. She simply smiled and said, "My name is Marinma." From that day, the pastor's life changed. Marinma visited the church every evening. She listened to his teachings quietly. She helped sweep the church compound. She never argued, never misbehaved, and never asked for anything. But people began to notice something strange. Whenever she was around, water nearby always moved as if greeting her. Buckets filled with water vibrated. The river behind the village became clearer, as though polished by unseen hands. The villagers grew curious but not afraid. In fact, many people loved her soft smile and warm presence. But some elders, especially the old priestess who looked after the village's traditions, became suspicious. One morning, the priestess stood at the village square and shouted, "We are playing with danger. That woman is not human." People were shocked, but Pastor Madhu defended Marinma, saying she was harmless and kind. However, deep in his heart, he knew there was more to her identity. He just did not want to accept it. One night, as Pastor Madhu was praying in the church, Marinma entered again, but this time with a serious expression. Her eyes glowed brighter than usual. Her voice was firm when she said, "Pastor Madhu, it is time to know the truth." The pastor stopped praying and faced her. She stepped closer and continued, "I am not from your world. I am from the River Kingdom. I came because we have a connection that started before you were born." Pastor Madhu felt his knees weaken. The simple village pastor had just been told by a woman he cared about that she was from the River Kingdom. She stretched out her hand, and a small ball of water floated above her palm. It was glowing like blue fire. She said, "Your dreams were not dreams. I was calling you." The pastor dropped to his knees and prayed loudly, begging God to protect him. But the woman knelt beside him and touched his shoulder. "Do not fear. I did not come to harm you. I came because I love you." Those words struck him like lightning. The village learned about her true identity 2 days later when the priestess performed a ritual and declared that Merimna was a mermaid princess sent from the River Kingdom. People scattered in fear. Some called her a demon. Some said she came to destroy the church. Others said she came to marry the pastor by force. The village was in chaos. But Pastor Madhu stood boldly and spoke to everyone. He said, "She has done nothing but show kindness. She has harmed no one. We cannot fear what we do not understand." But the people refused to listen, and the tension grew. Then came the twist that no one expected, not even Pastor Madhu himself. The priestess revealed that the pastor had a river connection he never knew about. His mother had once been saved from drowning by a mermaid, and in return, she made a promise that her first child would serve the River Kingdom in some way. Pastor Madhu was that child. The dreams he had been seeing were not random. They were memories and messages from the River Kingdom calling him back to fulfill the promise. The villagers gasped. Some cried. The pastor felt his world breaking apart. Everything he believed about himself suddenly changed. Merimna explained that she had been chosen to guide him, protect him, and eventually join her life with his. She said gently, "You are connected to both worlds. You have light meant to guide humans and water meant to touch spirits. I came so you would not face it alone." The pastor was overwhelmed. For the first time in his life, he did not know what to do. He walked to the riverbank that night with tears streaming down his face. He prayed again and again, asking for direction. As he prayed, the river shimmered and whispered his name. He saw visions of his childhood, visions of his mother smiling, visions of the river saving him from sickness when he was young. Everything pointed to one truth: his destiny was tied to the River Kingdom. The next morning, Pastor Madhu stood before the whole village. He looked strong, calm, and sure of himself. He confessed everything: his dreams, the promise his mother made, and the truth about who Merimna really was. He told them he could not deny his destiny anymore. With a steady voice, he announced that he had chosen to marry Merimna, not because he was forced, but because he believed their union would bring peace between the human world and the River Kingdom. Many villagers cried. Some argued. But a strange peace settled over the village. Even the priestess bowed her head and accepted that the prophecy was beyond human control. The wedding happened at the riverbank. The water glowed like silver. Birds flew in circles above the couple. The wind hummed quietly. When the pastor placed a handmade bracelet on Merimna's wrist, the river rose gently around them, forming a circle of sparkling waves. People said it was the most beautiful thing they had ever seen. The pastor's eyes glowed with a new power, and Merimna's human legs shimmered with magic. Together, they promised to protect both their worlds. After the ceremony, they walked into the village hand in hand, and no one feared her anymore. In fact, blessings began to flow. The farms produced more crops, the river remained clean, and peace returned. Years passed, and Pastor Madhu became a legend. Children in Oakmere grew up hearing the story of how a powerful pastor married a mermaid princess because destiny connected them long before they even met. But for me, the most important part of the story is not the magic, not the River Kingdom, and not the fear the villagers once had. The most important lesson is that sometimes the answers to our deepest questions come from places we never expect. Sometimes destiny brings strange things our way, not to break us, but to show us where we truly belong. And sometimes love comes in forms we cannot explain but must learn to understand. Now that you have heard this story, I want you to tell me something. If you were in Pastor Madhu's shoes, would you follow destiny even if it looked strange, or would you run away from it? Share your answer below, and don't forget to comment your favorite part of the story or share this with someone who loves African folktales.